Alton Britt here with Mississippi Trophy Hunters. We're at the Jackson, Mississippi Wildlife Extravaganza. I'm here talking with Troy Davis of Superior Shooting Supply, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his deer stands.
Well, this thing is a trailer-mounted elevating shooting house. It's fully fiberglass. Let me show you what it does.
All right, that sounds good.
Ways.
Okay. Well, Mr. David, that's very interesting. That's a good deer stand.
That's a good thing. It does two things well, and it does both of them well. It's designed to haul your four-wheeler, SUV,
right,
and hunt out of, all on the same unit.
This is Matt Cranmore, Mississippi Trophy Hunters, television show Outdoor Legends. We are here at Keen Instincts with Andy and Justin Keen out in Britt. We're here to talk to them about their business. It's a unique business. I think it's a great business. Tell us a little bit about, well, just tell us what you do.
Well, we're a full-service wildlife management service, and basically what we can do is help you tailor your property to the best needs that your property needs to produce, better deer for your land. Whether you need summer food sources or whether you need, mineral supplements or whatever you need to make your property better, we're there to help you do that.
Okay, so people hire you to come in and, say, bush hog their place, disc it up and plant it, and maintain it for them.
That's correct. We'll come in there and do things from something as small as bush hogging to if you're, say, an absentee landowner and all you want to do is show up on opening day of deer season or turkey season or whatever, and your whole place is set up for you, food plots, stands, trail cameras, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, so y'all set the stands up, the trail cams. You even set up feeders, trough-type feeders, right?
That's correct, Matt. We do trough feeders and supplement feeders throughout the whole season, throughout the entire year, to help supplement your deer herd and make it better. And in addition to all that stuff, we maintain it quarterly and as how we see fit throughout the entire year.
So if the thing I like about this and what you're all doing, today's society is so fast-paced, nobody has time to go find deer trails anymore and get out in the woods and spend the time that they need to, but they want to do that. They want to, and so they wind up planting a 10 by 20 ryegrass food plot. It's really worthless for anything, but they could hire somebody to come in, and that's what y'all do. I think that is a great idea. It saves time, and y'all probably been doing it so long, you're getting pretty good at it.
Well, besides just actually doing the work, there are a lot of people that we deal with that like doing the work themselves. They like being out there. They get the satisfaction of doing it themselves, going to shoot their own deer on their own place.
So they just come and help y'all?
Well, we work more like consultants. We do consultant work, maybe offer advice or suggestions in putting in new food plots and stuff like that, assist them in writing management plans so that they can actually tailor their place and keep track of the progress that they're doing to reach the goals that they want to get.
Okay, well, let me tell you, besides just deer hunting, do y'all take care of turkeys and ducks and any other kind of game?
Well, we've got management, tactics that we use, that we implement for all types of game, pretty much for the South, from deer hunting, duck hunting, turkey hunting, and put in your dove fields. We'll, if you got a home garden you want tilled up, we'll do that for you too.
Then I'd have to weed it, so I don't guess I want one of them.
Well, we can come in there and spray it. That way you don't have any weeds.
Well, there you go. That would be great. You just take off. You can cut that one.
What's the smallest plot of land that y'all would do?
We work on various sizes. I mean, every landowner and a property is different in its own. So I mean, it can be a half-acre plot or a little quarter-acre plot that you got a honey hole up in some hardwoods, all the way up to a 60-acre field that you have primarily for your summer feeding grounds. We have tracts from 20 acres to 2,000 acres. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do.
For a non-hunter that don't want to go out and hunt and kill the game, just want to see it in the backyard, would y'all take care of that?
Certainly.
Yeah.
If they wanted to put in food plots to attract wildlife and at the same time, kind of give something back to them,
Right.
Where it would improve the nutrition of the deer herd in their area, we would do that as well.
All right, well, we're going to do some things with y'all. We've got some shows coming up, and to show what these guys have done, we're going to go out in some food plots and some different things, some programs they have. They've been feeding these, game and stuff, and the antler growth is so important in this state. And these guys are on the front end of it, trying to take care of it and doing it like it's supposed to be done. So we're going to go out and do some TV shows with them and show y'all exactly what they're producing at some of their plots.
Well, the biggest thing, and you mentioned antler growth, a lot of people don't really understand. A mature whitetail, it usually takes them to age 5 and beyond to grow their full maturity antler. All the nutrition that they get up into that standpoint goes to their skeletal system. I mean, muscle development and everything, just like we are. So, I mean, until they reach their full body maturity, you're not going to reach their full antler maturity. So that's where the whole management practice comes into play. I mean, summer feeding, supplemental all year. I mean, you can't just grow your little patch of green grass out there and expect to just grow monster deer.
No, that's exactly right. It's an ongoing process. But the thing that a lot of people don't understand, too, is the turnaround time. If you start thinking, well, I haven't been doing this and it's going to take me 7-8 years, that's not true. In 2 years' time, you can turn a herd around and start seeing some development of if you start feeding supplemental feed.
Well, it's a process.
Right.
And you go, and a lot of it depends on maybe what you've done before somebody like us gets there. If you're on a stringent management program before we get there, the food and the protein that you're giving them on top of that, it's just going to escalate everything that you're doing 10 times over. But if it was a place maybe that you had just recently got and the attitude was brown, it's down, I mean, you're looking maybe 4 or 5 years out, staying on what you got, but it can be done.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing that's real important for landowners to know for themselves and for their property is your property can't be too small to better it. You can always make any spot you've got, whether it's a hunting spot or your whole farm or lease that you manage or you hunt on, better. And for instance, if say you've just got 200 acres, and you're just not seeing a whole lot of deer because you don't have a big place, and you think my place isn't big enough to do that. I can't take big deer off my place. That couldn't be more untrue. By making your place better by doing things such as supplemental feedings and having year-round food source form and nutrients that they need, they're gonna come to your place. It's gonna be like having gold at the end of a rainbow.
Right.
And you're gonna attract the deer from the land that surrounds your 200 acres. That way you're actually hunting deer on your 200 acres, or turkeys or whatever that are coming from surrounding, say, 1,000 acres.
Exactly.
It's just like going to the grocery store. I mean, we all go to one place to get our groceries, and then we all go back home and everything else. So you're going to have home deer that live on your place, but the more food that you have there and the more thickets and enclosure security that you have too, that's where they're going to come to feed. And eventually you're going to just increase your numbers year in and year out.